Alrighty, folks, we are back. We are still in the hold of a Solanese Navy ship with our, not our usual heroes, but our long absent heroes,
Our
Volt,
new favorite
Avansada, and
heroes.
Blaze. Um,
The bestest heroes.
and I think that around a couple of hours pass, and then you sort of hear these like very heavy footsteps, and then the door opens, and there are three men there. The one that is standing in the front is a tall man with a very square face, and what interesting facial feature, Beth?
He's got one of those moustaches where he's gelled it way out past his square head.
Excellent. He's got like he's got like this like
Nice.
epic mustache, and he's wearing
Nice.
sort of this kind of loopy hat that seems to go up and then down as it like goes over his head. And he's wearing clothes that are very, very similar to the ones that the nice lady wears. If ever so slightly less trinkets attached to them. You seem to maybe think that maybe he hasn't done enough good things to earn trinkets as a treat is maybe the only explanation, because these people seem to really like their metal trinkets. And this man will sort of turn to the three of you, and he will go, "Come along then, you're needed on deck." And he will take out a key and unlock the door to the cage and swing it open and kind of gesture out and sort of go, "Walk this way, come on. If I've understood it correctly, the three of you should be able to at least understand me enough, so come on. Don't make us drag you."
Okay.
I don't like the way he's talking to us.
Yeah, not happy
He's
about
not
it, but
very nice.
Mm-mm.
He's
Come on,
very
come on.
condescending.
We need to stay on schedule.
I don't know what a schedule is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you do not know what this word is.
What is it? Is it like a monster that we have to kill? We have to stay on the schedule?
Come, let's
Monster?
go, let's go. And he will start leading you out of the room that you have been in for quite a bit of time. And you seem to be sort of in a long, narrow, dark room with a lot of wooden boxes. But there are a set of wooden stairs that go upwards, and he sort of like gestures you up one of those. And a moment later, you sort of arrive at a similar kind of like long, narrow wooden room, except this one has kind of a lot of tables on it, and further on past it, there's kind of these like long metal tubes that seem to stick out of holes on the side of the ship. And you see kind of a couple of other people that are dressed in even less trinkety versions of the same uniform, milling about, doing a couple of things, moving a couple tools about. But this tall, square-faced, mustachioed man gestures you up another flight of stairs. And as you emerge onto the deck of this ship. And for the first time in a little bit, you feel wind and sun and a big blue sky above you. And it is amazing and wonderful.
Yeah.
This is so great.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I remembered something like this.
And a moment later...
By the way,
Uh-huh.
I was just going to say, just as a point of interest, I think that Volt has tried to eat all the metal trinkets and has found them not very tasty, and so doesn't understand the trinket treat situation.
So I think that you probably managed to snatch one or two away from a junior officer that at a certain point came to feed you or something. I think that if you tried to do that off the kind woman, you saw her sort of turn a little bit dark and a little bit like get like very angry and scary for just a second, and you did not get her metal trinkets. But like that is then
that was scary.
A thing in your mind.
Okay, great.
And, and this sort of like the square-faced man will lead you to the center of the deck where that same kind woman is waiting for you, along with the four Dragonborn, who are all standing together. It is respectively a red, a blue, a green, and a silver Dragonborn, who are all sort of looking down at you with an expression of kind of passive kind of interest. Everyone roll me a quick intelligence check, please.
It's a 9.
14.
So rolled a 9. Do I get to add anything to it? I do. It's a 10 total.
Okay, Blaze, I think you would be the only one that would kind of tie this together. You've kind of been noticing this, but it's been a little different when you've just kind of been, like, in one room all the time. But now that you're kind of, like, around a lot of people, you're kind of realizing, like, did everyone just get, like, a lot shorter? Like, I used to have to kind of, like, crane my neck up a lot to kind of see these, like, people's faces. And now I'm kind of more or less standing around the same height of them. And with a 14, maybe you don't quite tie it together in kind of a, I think that I just grew a lot very, very quickly. But you sort of notice enough that, like, something has happened, that, like, there is something that has gone different here. Yeah.
I'm going to explain to my friends that the world is shrinking, and we should be aware of it.
That makes sense.
That sounds,
sense.
yeah.
That sounds
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it
I think
good?
that might be what's happening.
It
I
could
don't
be
know. Maybe.
Not sure. I feel good. I feel bigger
good?
because everything else is smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
And-
Good point.
And I like feeling bigger.
As long as the food is not smaller.
Yeah.
Of course,
Oh,
yeah.
the food. Oh, if the food gets smaller, that'll be bad.
That would be bad.
Oh man.
At that moment, the kind woman will walk over to the three of you and will sort of, like lower herself down a little bit so that she really is kind of eye level with the three of you. And you will hear in your mind as she sort of goes, like, I heard that the three of you have been doing really, really well in your lessons lately. I am very, very proud of you. I want you to know that, and I want you to know how special you are to everyone on this ship. Quick wisdom save, everyone.
Yep.
Nice.
Let's see.
You got a 5.
I got a 5 as well.
I got an 11.
This woman loves
Oh, wait,
you.
just kidding. I got a 7.
Oh, a
'cause it
7?
was
Well,
some
in that
save.
case-
Yeah.
Now.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Is it?
Yeah, saves are different than checks.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
oh, hang on, okay.
Yes. Then I got a 13.
Yeah, still.
Right.
So, especially Avanzada and Blaze, you're like, this woman loves us.
She's
body
so
and
nice.
soul.
She
is so
really
nice.
has
and
our
she
best
deserves
interest.
to be nice. She is precious and must be protected.
Yeah.
Cal, you.
Volt.
It's excuse me. Gosh darn it! I keep looking at your name, which is right there, and cause I have to kind of be like,
Yeah.
I need to make a distinction between Emma and her character, and then it's like, no, I need to make a distinction between Emma and her character.
Just hold
and
up,
the
make
other
a zigzag
character.
the whole time.
Yeah.
To be volts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Volt.
I'm just gonna be like Vance Volt.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, like, your heart is very warmed by this. It makes you very proud and makes you feel good, but it's not quite as overwhelming as it is with, like, the other two. Like, you're kind of, like, a little bit more, like, I think that there's maybe some self-preservation instinct that is like, okay, and what's the catch? What do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want to get out of it?
I remember I have like a little flash of when she was mean for a second.
Yeah,
at one
I
time.
think so.
And or scary, at least.
Yeah.
Maybe not mean, but scary.
And so she will sort of go, we want to begin the next part of your training today. And we want to start teaching you flight drills. And teaching you how to get those lovely wings that you have under you. They've grown a lot while you've been here, and we want to have you be ready to be able to take off at a moment's notice, especially if there's danger around you, somebody that wants to hurt you, somebody that wants to take you away from us. We want you to be able to get yourself to safety first and foremost. That is the most important thing right now. So, because we are on a ship, and this is the safest place to do this without any of the people that might want to hurt you noticing that you're here, we do want to take like the precaution of we're going to attach these safety lines to you so that just like if anything happens, you are attached to the ship. They have a 250-meter lead on all of them, so they should be able to like let you fly pretty freely, and they will be attached to like the main mast of the ship very securely. So we're going to do this very, very safely. Got it?
Yeah, I like that.
Alrighty. Alright, Hilameth, and she will sort of turn to the Red Dragonborn. I think that that's your cue. And this Red Dragonborn will sort of come over and start projecting things into your mind that are like, okay, so, for starters, what you want to do, when you want to think about the dynamics of flight, you want to do this and then that. And starts to give you sort of this, like, very technical explanation. And can I just have, like, a wisdom check from everyone? Beth, you with advantage.
Wait, did you say a wisdom check or a wisdom save?
Check, not save.
A check. Oh, okay.
I got a 12.
Great.
I got a 14.
I got a natural 20 with advantage.
Boom.
Awesome.
Love to see it. You love to see it.
Cool.
Yeah, Blaze is so wise.
So I think that because Blaze has flown before, like he had that moment when he fell off the ledge at Mount Firmament and just kind of did it. Like there is kind of this element of all three of you, and Blaze, you get there the fastest, where it is kind of like, we don't need this explanation, bro. Like if you want to fly, you fly. Like you just kind of.
You're
do
talking
it.
to dragons, guy.
Yeah, she's cool. She's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it is just as simple as if you want to like do it, you fucking do it. So like, let's go. And it sort of strikes the thought that like, you know, like he's just like droning on in this explanation. If you wanted to, you could just take off. Like, you know, at this point, your safety lines have been attached.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, everybody roll me a dexterity check with advantage, please.
Dexterity check.
This is where I
much
need the like
more
how to train your
dexterous.
dragon flying music.
Yeah.
I got a 15.
I got a natural 20.
Let's
Wow.
Let's
go.
go.
Very good.
Flying.
Lying.
Got a 13. Overexcited. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So Volt takes off like a fucking rocket and just does like a loop around the ship and lands
Yeah, cool.
gracefully right there. Like, you know, all in the time that it was taking this Red Dragonborn to sort of like start to say something.
Yeah.
And then the two of you also do sort of something similar. It's not quite as fast, it's not quite as graceful, but you sort of like manage it pretty well.
Nervy.
And I think that at this point, Razak would sort of, you know, like go like, okay, let's not get too excited. Why don't you try doing this? And she will begin to give you kind of a series of training exercises. And after a couple of ones that you guys clear with like no problem, like no dice rolls even necessary, you get sort of like, all right, let's try now this. And she will kind of like bring out these like packs and put a little bit of weight on your shoulders. And you're still able to do the flight drills, no problem. And periodically, as she is doing this, one of the Dragonborn will come up to you and will sort of, you know, sort of give you something where it is like, and while you're up there, look for this aspect of the ship that you are flying around. That is one of the things that makes it a Solidese ship, which is good. That is one of the things that identifies it as one of your allies. It moves a certain way. Now can I have a wisdom saving throw from everyone, please?
Ooh. Oh, a big 5.
A big 5.
Also
Big
a big
five.
5.
I got a big 7.
Oh my god.
What's wrong with us?
Why?
We're not very wise today,
No,
but
we're
we love
not.
eating and flying.
Yeah. I mean, that checks out.
Yeah, you know, look, we're here for a fun time, not a long time.
And Beth, what did you get? Sorry?
Oh, sorry. Also a big 5.
But a big
Big.
5.
If these dragons knew what the Solanese anthem was, it would be like playing in their heads and just getting like associated with like, this is my favorite fucking song. I would lay down my life to protect not only whoever wrote this and played it, but anybody that enjoyed it. I would defend tooth and claw and tail and breath weapon.
You just know they have an awful anthem too. Like
do.
it doesn't slap. You know it's so bad.
Yeah.
There's too many verses.
Yeah, it goes on forever. It uses
so
like all
long.
of these like old archaic terms, and so the people that sing it don't even know what it means. Yeah.
There's a piccolo.
But yes, and like, you know, you sort of get like all of these like different drills and all these different things. A quick perception check, everyone.
Okie. Oh, natural 20. Here we go.
I got an 18.
And a 22.
Okay, everyone killed it with the perception check.
Yeah, we're very perceptive.
Suddenly.
We just...
After a while, you sort of notice that, like, it feels like everyone that is on this ship has made their way up to the deck and are either just watching what you're doing or, as best as they can, still doing their jobs while kind of being aware of it. Everyone seems to be, like, very, very impressed. Everyone seems to be very, very just kind of, like, paying attention to you. Satus, or Mike, rather, you had a nat 20?
Yeah, I did.
There's these three people in the sort of like top of the quarterdeck that are watching this, that as you sort of like fly around, you notice that they're dressed differently than everyone else. They sort of don't seem to have like that like very regimented uniform that everyone else has, with the exception of the black-robed man, who is nowhere to be seen. Like, he is the only one that's not seemed to be present in some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Okie dokie. I think then you sort of get like a new set of training exercises and training drills. Everybody roll me now another dexterity check, because you are getting now like enough weight put on top of you.
A 4.
17.
19.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Looks like the carbs from the pizza are sitting in. How about a nap?
yeah, like Avanzada.
That's why I go with pure protein. Yeah.
Avanzada, I think that like this time you're getting more weight put on top of you. Like, they're asking more and more. You know, at this point, Avanzada kind of like lags a little bit, and she comes in for like a not very graceful landing. And Razak will sort of turn to you and kind of go like, you did a lot of great work today. I think that is more than enough. I think that you can rest now, Avanzada. It's all right. But she will then turn to the other two of you and so will go, for two of you, how about a very honored tradition amongst our Solanese people? The race. We're going to set up 4 hoops around the sides of the ship.
Ooh.
And whoever clears that can have a double portion of dinner for the next 2 nights. All right, are you ready?
Does that is that double my already double portion?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So some of these sailors will sort of, you know, set up these like rings around the ship, and there's kind of like one way at the front, one on the side that is like very high up in the sails, around the back, another one, and so on. And you know, Admiral Razak will sort of go, all right, 3, 2, 1, and she'll blow a whistle. So can I have a dexterity check from both of you?
Okay. I got a natural 20 again.
Look, we know what motivates Volt. We know what's going on.
Yeah.
I got an 8.
So, Blaze takes off at a completely respectable speed, but Speed Demon Avanzada just like, wow, tears through. And like, you know, like, you've barely flown a couple of feet off the hull of the ship, Beth, and Volt is just going, like, rounding around the first ring. Can I have another dexterity check from both of you, please?
stats.
4.
14.
I think that perhaps Blaze kind of knows. You know, whoever wants it more. I think that this is
Yeah.
maybe a done contest.
It's okay. Come on, Blaze.
I'm-
You
I
can
am
do
trying.
it. I know.
Emma, roll me a
Yes.
perception check with disadvantage, please.
With disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Perception. I get +4 to that. So 11.
And now roll me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage too, please.
Oh dear. That's a 5.
Oh, but is it a big one?
It's a big
Yeah,
5.
only big
Yeah,
Big five.
It's a big 5.
So, I think because you're so excited about the food, you're trying to go so
Yeah.
fast, you're trying to do all these things, you're looking behind you to talk to Blaze. You do not see the small flock of seagulls until you collide with them. And you are caught
Seagulls.
so off guard, you do not quite have a concept of being able to have a mid-air impact. This was so not within the realm of the possible for you that you sort of like lose like the glide mechanics that were keeping you aloft, and you kind of tumble, and you're able to recover just enough to land on the quarterdeck at the back of the ship, but it is not a pretty landing. You take 4 points of damage as you slam onto the deck, and you hear sort of this metallic cracking sound.
Ow.
And Blaze, you sort of hear this voice in your head that goes, Blaze, she's okay. Oh, he's okay. Don't worry about it. Finish the circuit. We're checking on him. It's okay.
How do I feel about that?
That would take a wisdom saving throw for you to
Okay.
be able to have an opinion on it.
Admiral Razak.
Yeah.
I get a non-natural 20, so...
Yeah, you're like, I hear you, but I'm maybe concerned about my friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can swoop down and see how things are going.
Cool.
Volt?
So, Volt is quite hurt. Or like, you know, not like grievously injured. It was only 4 points of damage.
Yeah, but I think this is the first time he's ever been hurt.
Oh,
And you sort of see a couple of people like running to you. And one of the men that was dressed differently is the first one to get to you. And it is sort of this slightly older man with this dark purple skin and horns and a slightly graying beard. And what other quality to him, Emma?
I think he's got bright green eyes.
Bright green eyes, very good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And this pendant that hangs around his neck, and he will sort of come up to you and sort of go, Are you okay? It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. Roll me a wisdom saving throw with advantage, Emma.
Okay. Okay, wisdom save. So that is a non-natural 20.
Cool.
Hmm.
I think that may, even if it's a non-natural one, we're gonna play this sound.
Ooh,
Yeah.
exciting.
Because an interesting thing happens in this moment. Because this man, as he sort of looks at you and comforts you and sort of, you know, like supports you for a moment, this thought forms in your head as you see him in front of you that is like, this man looks a lot like Cal. And as that happens, it's like something in your mind breaks. And all of a sudden, it is just like, yeah, Cal, holy shit. Like, wait a minute, where's Cal? Like, what is happening? And like,
Mom.
why am I here? Like, these are the people that took me away from Cal. And suddenly you're looking around, and it is like, the beauty dimmer in the world has been, you know, like, the slider has been pulled back a little bit. And the day is, yeah, like, the bloom has gone down. The sky is less beautiful. The, you know, the sort of, like, everything around you is, like, a little bit harsher. And the 4 Dragonborn that you see looking down at you from the main deck, they're not Dragonborn anymore. They are these weird sort of amphibian creatures with tentacles in their mouths, who are all sort of, looking at each other in a strange way. What do you do as it all suddenly comes rushing back to you, Volt?
Whoa, cool.
I think I roar, my little dragon roar.
The man springs back away from you like, okay, never mind. Like, sorry.
No, you look like my mom.
Excellent, very good.
Cow.
Okay.
Cow.
Avanzada and Blaze, you're sort of, I think, like trying to piece together what is this word that she's saying, but it is just like, I don't know. And then I need wisdom saving throws from Blaze and Avanzada.
Okay.
I got a 6.
I got a 19.
Okay, Blaze, there's this voice in your head that is like, we should all go below decks and calm down and talk about it. And it is like, what a great thought. Yep, that's gonna fix everything. Let's go. Avanzada, you're like, no, my friend, something is happening to my friend. I take that very seriously. And, and I was just taught, I just spent a lot of time learning that when your friends are in danger and hurt, you take care of them and you sort of like go up to them and you make sure that they're okay. Is my friend okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Avanzada springs into action, goes to Volt, try to defend Volt.
Avanzada.
What's going on?
Do you remember Satus?
Again, that word, it's,
Wow, okay.
It's kind of cloudy, it's kind of weird. Yeah, you're not quite getting it.
These people, they're not our friends. They took us from our friends.
Our friend, who?
Again, I think a wisdom saving throw to see if Avanzada is able to kind of process this.
Yeah.
Let's see. That is a 14 plus 2 for a 16.
Yeah, you're all of a sudden, it's kind of like, right, Satus, like he was good. I liked him. Whatever happened to him? Where is he?
He told us He told us bedtime stories.
I bet that he would love our new friends.
Guy?
Why is he not here with our new friends? Like, you're
where is
a
he?
little swishified, but something is coming back to you. And you'll sort of hear from below, you'll hear Razak's voice as she sort of goes like, all right, Agrival, just hit them. We'll clean this up later. And you will see as the Mind Flayer wearing the green robes will hold up that sphere, and it will turn and rotate, and then he will sort of close his fist around it, and Blaze, you feel blinding pain around your leg. Avanzada, you feel blinding pain around your neck, around your ankle rather, not your neck. What am I saying? Volt, no pain. And you look down and you see that metallic crack when you hit the ship was that bracelet breaking.
Cool.
Yes.
Stop. Avanzada.
Yeah.
Hit your ankle really hard against the ship to break that thing.
Okay. I would like to roll for ankle hit.
It's
what's
gonna hurt.
your armor class?
Let's see.
Avanzada?
17.
Okay.
What's the armor class of wood?
Yeah.
What's your HP?
Oh no, a lot. 60.
60?
Hit point says 60, yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Only
Gold
30.
Gold dragons are tough then.
Jeez,
It was from 88 plus 24, so I guess those 88 went super swell.
I'm only at 32.
Well, you should start eating pizza.
Yeah.
You feel
I did.
this. You feel this just like pounding pressure coming down on your head, Avanzada, and you're then just like flattened against the ground. As you see the mind flayer wearing the silver robes beginning to approach. Meanwhile, I think like Blaze, I need another wisdom saving throw from you.
Sure. I get a 16.
Okay, with a 16, it's starting to kind of be like, something's not right here. What's going on? It's such a beautiful, pleasant day with friends. Why are people not enjoying it? What's going on?
Something weird. Yeah. Oh, what's going on?
And again, like
They're not our friends. They're not our friends, Blaze.
No?
They took us from our friends.
Okay. I guess.
Look at the tentacly guys. Do you see them? Tentacles.
They are dragonborn to you, and they are the only people that look the way that you do. They seem so inviting and welcoming,
Cool
and it is so
dragon people.
reassuring that there are other people that look like you on this ship.
They're great.
No,
They said
they're
I did
not.
good. They said I did good. So.
And at this point, Razak herself is sort of like stepping up to the quarterdeck and drawing her rapier and sort of going, for God's sakes, all right, if we have to kill one of them, it'll be better. But at this point, may be better to avoid the loss.
What?
Volt?
Oh, fuck that. I think I am going to hit her with lightning breath.
Cool, and roll me an intelligence check, Volt.
Okay. Ooh. That's a non-natural 20.
Okay.
Whoa.
So, again, like, you're kind of piecing a lot of things together as all of a sudden this, like, filter has been gone.
Yeah.
And you are suddenly realizing that a lot of kind of the brainwashing that you were being subjected to seems to have been specifically trying to make sure that if you tried to leave, that it would be as hard as possible.
Ooh.
And right now, the only thing that is stopping you from leaving is the safety line that is attached to you.
Ooh. Okay. Good point.
And that you may want to do that. But let's, lightning breath, though. Like, all right, so you're trying to catch Admiral Razak and this mind flayer as they approach.
Yeah. It is a 40-foot line, 5 feet wide. Each creature in that line must make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
Neither of them makes it.
Okay, so they take 3d10 lightning damage.
There is this like big blast of lightning as Volt opens his mouth and just like this cone of thunder emerges from him.
Yes. Okay, so that is going to be 22 points of damage.
Cool. That telekinetic force that is still holding Avanzada down, that's still there. The Mind Flayer did not lose concentration, though. All right. Volt, I think that I need to know, like, I think we're going to wrap up in just a moment.
Yeah.
Which way are we going? Are we fight or flying? Which way are we doing things?
I think because of that good intelligence roll, I think Volt wants to fly, wants to cut this this tether and fly and maybe attack from above.
All right, roll me a attack roll. Have it not be a 1.
Okay. That's a lot of pressure. Okay, it's a 14.
You're able to bite through your lead. And
that makes sense.
and a moment later, you are off the ship,
I am off.
flying.
Yeah.
And you get out of the ship just in time to see the black-robed man come out from below deck and sort of look around and wave his hand as he does some kind of incantation. And a moment later, there's a flash of light as the ship and everyone on it disappears. And Volt is left alone, high above the ocean. And that is where we're going to leave it for today's episode of 20 to Midnight.
Oh, that's so fun.
That's
Oh
really
my
cool.
god.
I'm glad one of us got free.
Yeah. I'll come back for you.
Go get help!
I will find you. Oh my god.
So fun.
Oh, that's so fun.
Slightly different, but still very fun
Yeah.
episode of 20 to Midnight.
Super fun.
Awesome.
Alrighty, we are gonna just like blitz on through this and wrap this one up, guys. We'll be back for another episode soon. I think that we're going to do at least one more before the end of this year, maybe start the next adventure arc.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure that that is actually the case, and we'll confirm on the social media. So look at the Twitter, I refuse to call it X. Look at the stuff.
Oh,
And-
same. I hard refuse. I will never.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we'll be there.
no.
Thank you to everyone that makes the show possible by supporting us on Patreon, especially to Rena at our highest level.
Yeah.
Yay, thank
All
you,
kinds of
Rena.
fun stuff coming up there, including a 20 to Midnight Nights where we discuss the
Yeah.
recent happenings, including now this episode, which makes me happy.
Yeah, because we're going to record tomorrow.
There's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of stuff happening that we're going to talk about. And for those of you who don't know, 20 to Midnight Nights is the one where we basically, like, especially like the players get to talk to me about what the behind the scenes, basically, the kind of like what was the thinking here, what were you expecting, what was the plan, and I sort of go, whatever the plan was, it got thrown out the window 5 minutes into the adventure. It all went crazy. So it's going to be a lot of fun to talk about it because the recent episodes have been bananas, and it'll be fun to reflect on those. But for now, this has been 20 to Midnight. It is adventure designed and DM'd by me, Gabriel Urbina. It is performed by Beth, Eyre, Sherr-Ziarko, and Mike Schubert. It features wonderful original music by Alan Rody and terrific original art by Mikaela Buckley. It has sound effects, although I don't think a lot in this particular episode, but usually it has sound effects that were sourced through soundsnap.com. And we'll be back very soon for another episode.
All
Thanks,
right.
everybody.
Thank you
Thanks,
all.
everybody.
Be well. Don't believe the lies.
Don't believe the